Hi all, good evening. Thanks for joining.
Hi, good evening, Ajit, and good evening, everyone.
Hi, one. Good evening.
Hello.
Thanks for joining. So, thanks for joining. So, it's not a regular call. So, we thought we'll have a launch of Pinaka ZTi this day. Today is Republic's Day for India. That's when our constitution came to existence in 1950. So, we didn't want to miss this wonderful date uh, for a release like this. So we thought this should be the best occasion to launch something like this. And thanks everyone once again for joining. So we'll just quickly move on to our launch, official launch, and then probably we'll have a quick overview of how things are. Thanks once again. And let me share the screen and I'll have something to play. Hope you're able to see the screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, we see it.
Okay, great. Thank you. That was a quick overview of a walkthrough to the product called the Pinaka ZTi. ZTi stands for Zero Touch Integration. So this is the first ever launch we are trying out, and this particular launch is specifically for the building block of Pinaka ZTi, which is a product line, which includes server virtualization and private cloud, then edge cloud and distributed storage. It's a combination of all. But today we are having a stepping stone through the launch of the building block of Pinaka ZA, which is the virtualization, server virtualization part of it. So thank you once again. So this was the launch video. So I'll just quickly have a very short presentation on what and how this started and why we are doing this. And then I'll open up for a few questions, if any. So, Pinakastra as an organization started in 2021, just after the pandemic, and we were focused on making this cloud computing infrastructure uh, more democratic and which can help more and more academia, enterprises, and research organizations for their IT consolidation. So now, how it started is we were a bunch of OpenStack guys, and we're planning to come up with the OpenStack distribution, which would make it more stable and easy to use because there were a monopoly already created by VMware and others already in the private cloud sector, I mean section. So we wanted to have a place there. So we wanted to position ourselves as a private cloud player. So that's how we started. And OpenStack has a large community. Yes, open source community is the right way to start. That's how we started. And now we are in a position where we have our own distribution, which is stable, quite stable, and is enterprise ready. That's how we are prepared it. So you can see the complete stack on your left side, which is the complete product of Pinakastra Cloud, which has the compute, network, storage, and other solutions inbuilt. And on the right side is the specific use case for Edge. Now, what are the strategic reasons why people would go for such a private cloud infrastructure? There are strategic reasons like this, like initially hyperscaler clouds were very attractive, but then lately at scale, it started looking ugly with large bills. And auxiliary workloads really don't require public cloud hosting, and they can be offloaded from the hyperscalers to save uh, big costs. And enterprises or research organizations who are very particular about data privacy and sovereignty should definitely have a no for any hyperscalers. And low TCO, cost predictability, and total control and governance, and uh, compliance to regulatory local regulatory requirements. So all these could be the strategic reasons for offloading the workload from public cloud. Meanwhile, the graph which you see on the second middle part is showcasing the affinity model. What kind of workloads are clearly suitable for public cloud, which is on the left side, and towards the right is what you see the workloads which are suitable for private cloud infrastructure. And most of them are on the academic research and uh, big data analytics workloads, which probably would be suitable for private cloud infrastructure. And the industry verticals, yes, oil and gas, healthcare, biotech, higher education, telecommunication, space technology. These are all very uh, niche areas, niche industries. They never put anything on the public cloud. So for them also, it is a private cloud, which is the suitable solution. Now, we have come up with this solution, Pinaka ZTi, which is a product line and which is completely software focused, and it can run on any commodity x86 hardware and brings IT agility. So we have tried to consolidate everything as a one-stop solution. And microservices is the new architecture. So uh, be it a hybrid model, yes, microservices architecture helps, and that's the new normal for every, be it startup or enterprises. Everybody is moving away from the monolithic architecture. And then cloud resources on demand, low pricing, and fixed price delivery, high scalable architecture, petabyte scale distributed storage, CIS benchmarks on the security front, and zero touch provisioning. And that is what we are trying to highlight and focus on, which because we have solutions like VMware, which actually has made life easy for last 2 decades, and trying to become an alternative is a real tough job. So the very first thing which it may require is zero touch provisioning and easy to use capability. So that is what we have focused on, and we have successfully uh, uh, tried to bring this complete cloud infrastructure in a single pen drive. So that is our narrative as of now, and I think in coming days we would position ourselves as a real good uh, alternative for VMware solutions. So this is a slide where we are seeing the evolution of the hosting narrative. So from early 2000s to till date. So if you look at the left side, yes, these were the narratives going on in early 2000s. Hardwares were really expensive and not very easy to maintain on their on own because of the stability of even the network or the hardware, everything. Holistically, it was very difficult to maintain a hardware on our own premise in early 20s. In 2006, AWS started the narrative of public cloud, but it was received from this skepticism, asking why would somebody put workload on someone else's computer. Then by 2010, the hyperscalers started gaining traction, and it became the new normal where everybody used to started using the cloud slowly. And the complete 2020 to 2020, everybody were putting everything on the cloud, whether it was required or not. And 2020, people have started realizing, even enterprises with deep pockets started realizing when they felt that hyperscalers are locking themselves and their bills are like exorbitant at scale. So they started coining terms like hybrid cloud and multi-cloud and all those things to save some money, cost. And now it's a downtrack, reverse action going on, wherein even enterprises have started offloading the workloads, auxiliary workloads especially, out of the hyperscaler clouds, and having a on-premise infrastructure where they are migrated to. So in 2020-25, as we stand now, uh, private cloud and is also a solution which people are looking at. But unfortunately, there is one stable solution called VMware, which is not having an alternative. So that is where people are stuck. Meanwhile, if you look at the same on the hardware side, it's not the same. Though it is slower than the software side, but good pace. And as you see, by 2025, today's hardware technology is far better and stable, and it has become very easy to own a hardware and run it, unlike early 2000s where stability was an issue and it was a nightmare for people to think of hosting something on their own. So things have changed. So now it's like a converging point for the enterprises, and the hardware technology also makes life easy as of now. And people have started thinking of hosting on premise, and things are changing. The ecosystem is changing. So hopefully, in coming days, private cloud and hosting on premise will gain more and more traction. That's what we believe, and hopefully, uh, we will also have a wonderful place created for ourselves. So that's our goal for today. So that's the launch event. officially we are opening up Pinaka ZTi's server virtualization part today. So as for early adopters, we want to distribute the software for everyone, especially who were looking for VMware alternative to everyone. So from midnight today, we are opening up for downloads, and we're giving it away for as low as $6 for perpetual license. And whoever wants to try it out, yes, they can go ahead and download it and use it, and give us the feedback so that we can continuously continue improving it. And by probably in another 2 months, we should have the complete cloud suite also coming for a launch. So thank you once again for everyone for joining. Though today is a Sunday, we did not want to miss this date of 26th February, I mean January, which is Republic Day. So we don't have any other occasion. So we had this target date. So thank you once again. Now I would like to open up for any Q&A. So any questions from anybody?
Yeah, so I've got a question.
Yeah.
So when the client is installing and is happy with the product and he wants to take it to the next level in terms of high availability,
Okay.
how easy would it be for him to scale that to, instead of a single server, to multiple server clusters? Would he utilize the same license on one node, and then um, would he be able to integrate his first node into a future cluster? If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. The answer is, in short, it's yes. So as I said in the initially, this particular version is an early adopter version, which is actually a building block of the complete product line called ZTA. So this particular server virtualization, it's a complete modular architecture which we are planning. So this uh, server virtualization part actually becomes the building block of the complete cloud suite. So if somebody has installation of server virtualization alone in isolation, it can be it can join the cloud suite if they have the license of cloud suite, and it will be the licensing is purely based on socket, the number of sockets. We are not getting into cores at all. So it's completely based on socket. So for example, if today if somebody has one server deployed, and say 3 months down the line he wants another server to be added, and to be made it to be converted as a high availability cluster, yes, he can do it, and then scale up to uh, 20 nodes. So beyond that, he has to purchase a cloud suite, which actually will easily import all these 20 nodes into the management console easily. And from then through cloud suite, he can continue scaling it up. But the
Okay, thank
licensing
you.
purely is based on number of sockets. So the more dense uh, the servers are, probably the customer would be benefiting.
Yes. So there's no limit on CPU cores with this
Correct,
license.
correct. It's purely based on number of sockets. So we can have any number of cores running in single core socket, be it 64
Okay.
or 128 cores. it really doesn't matter. It's purely licenses purely for a single socket. And another highlight is we may try to made it a complete offline. There is an offline installation capability. So even if, especially this is for the research organization use case where they don't connect it to internet for creating a safer environment. So this can be deployed completely offline, and uh, and also the software itself is having a very low footprint, and we are trying to bring it down to like as small as 5 GB, which can be carried in a pen drive. So that's something unique thing we are trying it out. So we have actually
Okay, great.
successfully, yeah, the current version is actually only 3.7 GB, which is you have a whole cloud in your pocket. So that's the highlight of this. So any other questions? If not, we'll wrap up the session. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining. Hope to connect once again.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you. Have a great
Bye.
weekend. Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.